It might be the fact that I'm a home stager, or maybe it could be my pink socks, or it might be my accent, but at some point during this talk, you're gonna figure it out, so I'm just gonna tell you right now, I'm gay. And as a gay man, I've always sought out role models of masculinity because it's something that doesn't come very easily to me. And one of my favorites right now is Ron Swanson. He's a character on a show called Parks and Rec, played by actor Nick Offerman. And Ron Swanson once said, "Luck is a concept invented by the weak to explain their failures." Luck is a concept invented by the weak to explain their failures. The summer of 2018 was my trifecta of shittiness. I experienced loss in three major ways that should have led to failure. The first was physical, the second financial, and the third was emotional. I stand before you at 5'8" tall, and at the beginning of 2018, I weighed in at 217 pounds, making me technically obese. I had to make some changes, so I stopped eating sugar and I hired a personal trainer. And by May 8th, I had lost 27 pounds, and it was on May 8th that I was doing the thing. that would have been it. That would have been a clue that I was gay right there. So on May 8th, I'm working out with my trainer, and I'm doing this one-legged box jump onto this box about this high. And as a man, I'm going to say that that's about 8.5 inches. So I'm doing this box jump, and my calf muscle fired so hard and so fast that it completely ripped my Achilles tendon from my heel. And I was looking at surgery and a year's worth of rehabilitation just to run again. So I had to make some decisions. I could give up, give in to the flop, gain the weight back, learn to say things like, well, before the accident, or even better yet, would you please pass me my scratching stick? Go to the tailor, have all my seats let out. But I decided instead that I would try to look for the flopportunity. You guys know the flopportunity, right? It's when you have this big bag of flops, and you reach down deep inside of it, and you yank out the opportunity, or the flopportunity. I'd already paid the trainer, so I decided to just hop into the gym on my crutches, sit down on the bench, let the trainer bring me weights, which enabled me to continue to work out. And because I stayed in good shape and I had a fantastic physical therapist, a great surgeon, I was walking again in 6 weeks instead of 6 months. I did have to go to the tailor, but not to have my suits let out, to have them taken in. My flop had turned into a flop opportunity. By July 4th, I was able to take off my walking boot for 1 hour a day, and I had chosen the time when we were setting off fireworks. I picked out this really cute outfit, and the walking boot didn't look very good with it. And so I light the firecrackers, and I get this phone call from my landlord in Seattle, and he says, "Justin, I've got some bad news." And I was like, "All right." And he goes, "Your building's on fire." I have 2 buildings, a warehouse in Portland and a warehouse in Seattle. They hold all of our staging furniture. And my heart fluttered. But when you're a leader, when you're in charge of a company, every single person around you is affected by your success or failure, and so you don't always get to wear your emotions on your sleeve. Sometimes when you're scared or frightened or nervous or even just jazzed about something, you kind of have to hold it in because your emotions affect every single person around you. And so I kept myself together, and I went inside, and I Googled the term Seattle fire. And my heart dropped. There's this video of my building, and there's like smoke billowing out of the top of it, and there are flames shooting out of the front, and there's fire hoses streaming into it. And I held myself together. I jumped in the car the next morning, I drove to Seattle, and I walked through what was left of my building. It was nothing. It was gone. We're lucky that day. There was nobody working. It was the 4th of July, so nobody was hurt. That was great. But I held myself together. And it wasn't until 7 days after that fire that I was in a room with 6 other staring at the closed door that we failed to notice the open window next to it. And I was reminded once again of who said that. Helen Keller. Here's this blind and deaf woman who manages to notice the open window next to the closed door, and surely if she could do it, I could do it. So I scraped myself off the floor, stood up, put on my project management hat, and went to work. And because of a diligent crew and some great project managers, we ended up running crews from Portland, Oregon at 4 o'clock in the morning up to Seattle to continue to stage our projects. And throughout the month, we didn't miss one installation or one removal. In fact, in 13 days, we had a signed lease on a new building twice the size of our original building, which enabled us to hire 2 more design managers, which doubled the size of our Seattle operations and increased the size of our company by a full third. And during all of this chaos, we had our red to black moment. That moment where, in the first time in the history of our 9-year-old company, we had more cash than debt. My flop had once again turned into a flopportunity. 4 days after we moved into our brand new 13,000 square foot building, I received a phone call from my sister on my dad's side, a woman that I speak to maybe once every 2 years. So I was a little surprised, 8 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday. And she said these 3 words: "Dad's been arrested." And my immediate thought was, it was either IRS tax evasion or child molestation. And if you had ever crossed my father's sociopath, you would know exactly why I thought that. Let me give you a brief history of my family. Stick with me here, okay? I am the only product of my parents' marriage. My mom was married 3 times, my dad was married 4 times. I have 3 half-sisters on my mom's side, 2 half-sisters and 1 half-brother on my dad's side. That makes 5 older girls and 2 younger boys, my brother being the youngest. Are you with me still? All right, good. My dad has not spoken to me in almost 20 years. He stopped doing so around the time I came out of the closet. There was never a big fight. I never got kicked out. It wasn't dramatic or anything. He just kind of drifted out of my life. And the relationships with my siblings on that side of the family just kind of drifted away with him. My sister confirmed my suspicion on the phone that morning. My father had been molesting his step-granddaughter for 11 years from the age of 6 to the age of 17, and there were 300 horrific photographs to prove it. And so I started to think about my options. Do I put my time, energy, and money into hating, vilifying my dad? This guy who I loved so much for the first 25 years of my life. He was my everything, the center of my universe. Or do I put my time, money, and energy into sticking up for, defending, and bailing out a child molester? And both of those options felt like flops. The truth of the matter is, this man who hadn't spoken to me for 20 years had not earned a dime of my money, a moment of my time, my hate, my love, my energy, good or bad. He just hadn't earned it. And so I had to look for my opportunity elsewhere. With my dad out of the picture, I could now reinstate relationships with my siblings on that side of his family. So I asked my sister if she had heard from my little brother. She said no, but she knew a couple of things about him. He had never married. He had no children. His mother had committed suicide 10 years prior. He had the same last name as my dad, and he lived within 2 hours of my dad. And I knew at that moment that my little brother was completely and totally alone, and a crushing wave of condemnation was about to come down on his head. So I asked my sister if she could find him. I'd been trying for a few years and hadn't been successful, but she has more tenacity than me. And sure enough, in 3 days, she called me up and she said, "I spoke to Travis. He wants to talk to you." So after 20 years of not talking to my little brother, I called him up, and he said something to the point of, he said, "Wow, this has been like just the best day." And I said, "Tell me about that." And he goes, "This is the most my family's ever called me." He got 2 phone calls that day. One from me and one from my sister, and it was the most his family had ever called him. So I bought some tickets and I flew to Cincinnati to meet my brother in person for the first time in a long time. And when I saw him in person for the first time, I realized why he had never married. He gave me a big toothless ribbon. He'd lost like half of his teeth. I found out it was around the age of 25. although it's 35 now. And so I did some research and I tried to figure out how the heck somebody loses their teeth at 25 years old. And really there's two reasons for it. One, that is really, really good at losing your teeth. If you're doing it, stop it, seriously. I knew it wasn't that. My little brother had been a plumber for the last 15 years and he's tested regularly and randomly, and so drugs was like not a thing for him. The second is soda pop. And my little brother, on his way to work every day, would stop at the 7-Eleven and buy a big gulp of Coca-Cola, and he would sip it every 10 minutes, keeping his mouth awash of sugar. And at the age of 25, his teeth gave up the fight and snapped off at the root. When you don't have teeth, it's really hard to date. And when you can't date, it's really hard to get married. And when you can't get married, it's really hard to have kids. So he'd basically been alone for the last 25 years. He told me that his biggest fear upon meeting me was that I would reject him because of his teeth. And he told me that his biggest fantasy was that someday he would introduce me to his wife and his children. And all of a sudden I saw an opportunity. So I made my little brother a bet. I said, look, if you can make me 2 promises, I will buy you a new mouthful of teeth. Number 1, stop drinking soda pop. 100% stop it. Number 2, meet a nice girl, settle down, have some babies, raise a family, because I know it's the only thing in the world that would make you happy. He agreed, and my flop once again had turned into a flopportunity. And while I still like Nick Offerman's or Ron Swanson's luck is a concept invented by the weak to explain their failures, I think I like this one better. The only difference between lucky people and unlucky people is their ability to recognize an opportunity in a failure. And so we have to decide, are we going to give in to the injury, or are we going to fight for the recovery? Are we going to cry over the burnt down building, or are we going to seek out the brand new lease? Are we going to give our energy to the man who doesn't deserve it, or are we going to save our energy for the people who do? Do we stare at the closed door? Do we fumble blindly for the open window? Do we give in to the flop? Or do we reach down deep inside of ourselves and yank out the flop opportunity?